our first fulgurite is a fairly large Arizona fulgurite that's, well, pretty much solid. This next one is actually the same one from a different point of view. Pretty cool, isn't it? And here's another Arizona fulgurite. Again, fairly large and solid and irregular. Now, this one here, now it looks rather odd, somewhat root-like. And here's another view of the same one. Here we have two of them. You can't really see it in this picture, but the one on the left is fractured. This one, I think, is the biggest of the whole lot, and kind of reminds me of a kickstand. Now, this is a rather plain-looking one, again an Arizona fulgurite, which is fairly large and solid. This is a small Arizona fulgurite, relatively speaking, but also solid. Likewise with this one. And this one as well. This is kind of a foot-shaped fulgurite. And here's the same fulgurite from a different angle. Here's yet another Arizona fulgurite. Not sure how to describe this one. Same one from a different angle. Here's another Arizona fulgurite. Again, kind of odd looking. Likewise with this one. Here we have some much smaller Saharan desert fulgurites. The one on the left is a hollow tube. The one on the right is kind of more flattened, possibly a collapsed tube. These are both tube fulgurites, something that's not immediately clear if you look at them in a flat picture, but is abundantly clear when you look at them stereoscopically. And here are some smaller ones. Again, these are all three tubes, although that might not be immediately obvious. And again, we have a couple of tube fulgurites with an irregular shape. The one on the right has a somewhat smoother outer appearance. And again, a couple of tube fulgurites, very irregular. And the one on the left here is a tube fulgurite. The one on the right is more of a blade fulgurite, possibly a collapsed tube. And these are both tube fulgurites, again, very irregularly shaped. Three fulgurites. The one on the right, it's more obvious that it's a tube. Somewhat different color as well. And here, the one on the left is a tube. The one on the right is a blade. Kind of like a crumpled up piece of grass. Two more Saharan desert fulgurites. A rather interesting appearance. Here we have four fairly small ones. Three somewhat irregular tubes and one very irregular tube. The one on the far right actually reminds me of an anatomically correct Pillsbury Doughboy. And that concludes our discussion on fulgurites.